friends, it's ASMR Girly Gal. Let's do puzzle 22 of Murdoku by Manuel Garand. So this is flight 85. What a senseless waste of frequent flyer miles. So we have Aria. She was the only person in either restroom. We have Brock. He was in first class. He was west of David and east of Aria. We have Cassius. He was in the same column as the TV in his room. We have David. He was alone. Evangeline. She was standing. Everyone else on the plane was sitting in a chair, including Vincent. And Vincent, the victim, he was alone with the unaliver. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe for more content like this. So, as you guys can see, this is a very irregular shape. And it says detective. Some crime scenes have irregular dimensions. For instance, this one has 10 rows and 6 columns, which means 4 rows will be empty. So 4 of these rows will be empty. So let's get to solving. Aria, she was the only person in either restroom. And remember, everyone else on the plane was sitting in a chair. So Aria can be, well, actually, let's go through and do our cross-offs like we normally do. So there's not that many, which is kind of why I forgot. Let's go like that, that. Okay, so Aria has to be here or here, in the chair or in the chair. Perfect. Now Brock, he was in first class. He was west of David and east of Aria. So could be here, west of David. Okay. David was alone. Okay. So Aria, because of that, remember, let's cross her out. And she was the only person in either restroom, so let's cross out the rest of the restroom. Brock, he was in first class. He was west of David. So Brock has to be here. David there, and he was east of Aria. So Aria almost has to be there. Because if Aria's here, he was west of David and east of Aria. He could be here. So he can't be there. I think Aria has to be there, but let's see. Cassius, he was in the same column as a TV in his room. He was in the same column as a TV in his room. Okay, just looking at the photos too. This is off topic, I guess, but David, he was alone. I don't know why I feel like he might be in the cockpit. That kind of makes sense because he can't be in the restroom. Brock was in first class, so he can't be in first class. He'd have to be in economy, and I doubt any of these people are in economy or just all in first class. I don't know. He was in the same column as the TV in his room. Okay, so Cassius can remember everyone else is in a chair, so he was in the same column as the TV in his room. So the TV's right here, he could only be here in the chair. TV's right here, he could only be there. Okay. In his room. David, he was alone. She was standing. Everyone else on the plane was sitting in a chair, including Vincent. Okay. Perfect. Brock was in first class. He was west of David and east of Arya. He could be here. And then west of David. If Brock is right here, he could not be west of David. So Arya, I think, has to be here. That's what we're gonna say. That's what we're gonna go with. This is exciting because this is the first time I've put down a name, and I'm pretty confident, but maybe a little iffy, so let's go, you guys. Perfect. So Brock was in first class. He could not be. He was west of David and east of Arya. So he has to be. Oh, he has to be here, here, or here. Remember, he can't be here. He could be here. So Brock could be here or here. Either way, we're gonna cross those out, which means I'm gonna circle the cheers so I can see them better. Okay. Let's see. Brock, David, he was alone. So David cannot be with the victim. I think we have Arya. David, he was alone. David can't be in first class then. Brock is not the unaliver, which means the victim isn't either, and neither is David, and David's not in first class. So, and neither is Arya. So we just have, so Arya is not, David's not. I guess Brock could be. Evangeline was standing. Okay. Cassius, he was in the same column as a TV in his room. Okay. was west of David. So David could be here or here. If David could be either. Wait. If David's here, that is not west and that's not west, so that way David has to be here. Guys, look at this. Which means Brock has to be here. Look at that. So that means this and that. So David is in the cockpit, which I kind of assume based on his cute little outfit. A little formal for a plane. There's David. That makes sense. And Brock. David and Arya cannot be the unalivers. Cassius is there. Okay. I'm gonna go like this. Perfect. So if Brock is here, then David cannot be there. So he was in first class. He was west of David and east of Arya. Okay, Brock is there. Perfect. Just going low and slow with this one, you guys, because it could be, I can feel it getting harder. So that means Cassius has to be there. Cassius. That's fun to write in cursive. So that means that circle the rest. Oh, wow. Let's circle the rest of the possible cheers. Go like that. So this means there's only one open spot in the aisle. This has to be Evangeline. She was standing. Look at that. Evangeline, which means the only spot we have left is Vincent. So that means the unaliver was Cassius. Interesting, you guys. That was definitely tougher. I'm so excited that it's getting harder. And I just kind of have to sit here and think. So if you're still watching, thank you so much. I appreciate your patience. And let me just double check that this is correct. And that is definitely